Shemai, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Elohayenawa, Yahweh, Echad.
Hey, first and foremost, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We also want to give double honor to our apostles, the great millstone Ruel. We want to say peace and blessings to the house of David, the elect. All right, I'm Zahabi to my left, and behind the camera.
But Yum Yum.
All right, today we're going to do a lesson on the power of being alone, man. And I don't mean alone as in away from the brotherhood, man. But you know, a lot of brothers, we young men, and we have vigor, and we have our libido, and we have different desires, man. But there's power in having an apartment, and you ain't got no woman staying with you, man. All right, there's power in being so-called single, man. If you can master your flesh, or you can get some type of control over your flesh, all right, what happens is the Most High open up your spirit to wisdom, man. If you can unplug from the spirit of Babylon, from the spirit of nigga culture, the Most High open up your spirit to wisdom. Real quick, can you get that in well, can you get that to right before first you would try to by crooked ways? And part of that crooked ways is like, damn, I'm burning, ain't got no woman. But it also tells you in 1 Corinthians the 10th chapter that you know there's no temptation that is taken you, but such as is coming to man. The Most High is faithful that with the temptation he'll make a way for you to escape. So there's different ways that you can kind of maintain yourself if you ain't dealing with a woman, or you know you might be a little broke. But the reason, all because you can't get in the car and go somewhere, or you can't spend money, what about all these books you got on deck that you never read? What about these articles you could bring out? The Most High wants you to deal with wisdom, and He'll unplug you from the world in the flesh to build you up in the spirit, man.
Yeah, maybe He wants you to speak another language.
Yeah, and that takes discipline, man. And you know we all have dealt with women. A woman, that's a different spirit. When you're dealing with a woman, you're not in no intellectual spirit. You're not in a cerebral spirit. All right, go ahead.
Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 4, I'm going to read verse 11, I'm going to jump to 17.
Yep.
Wisdom exalted her children and laid hold of them that seek her.
And the children is the elect, man. That's the sons of wisdom, all right?
Verse 17. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways.
You first come into this knowledge, man. You got to unplug from the world. You catching all types of hell. Then all of a sudden, you from being mama's boy to just contrary to the family. They think you joined the cult, all right? But also that crooked way is the Most High deals with elements, right? All right? And one of those elements He'll give you is suffering, man. Suffering is an element, man. All right? So part of that suffering as a young man, the Most High might not give you a woman, man. Or the Most High might not give you a job, man. You might have to eat staple foods, man. You might not be able to enjoy the luxuries of this society for a particular period of time, but that puts you in a Spartan-like spirit, man. The elect they're like spiritual Spartans, man. Okay? That's why some brothers get into the cold showers. They have this thing called no fap, where you ain't basically pleasuring yourself, man. All right, but when you do stuff like that, it masculinizes your spirit. It's a form of suffering, but it boosts your testosterone. But in the spirit, it makes you a damn man. Yeah. In the spirit, man.
Yeah, you may be a brother that has a woman. You know, you may have a so-called family. You probably got a little one, or a few of them. But you know, you got the woman at the house. You know, but hey, you got trouble in the flesh, and then the natural spirit of a man, you gonna want another woman or women. And you may not get them. You know what I'm saying? So whether you got one or none, it's suffering either way. You know.
And if you got two gonna get on your damn nerves. It ain't. I mean, if you got a little side piece, however you put it,
the grass ain't greener.
The grass ain't greener, man. The grass is not greener. That woman, hey, you gonna get the pain and the pleasure, man. Yeah. All right.
It's always good in the beginning.
It's always, hey, she the best thing smoking the first 2 weeks. But after that, them demons hop on her. You in the truth, man. This truth is spiritual. It's demons on that woman. She wanna conquer you and make you stop coming out here on Saturdays. And the main way a woman manipulates your ass is make your ass feel guilty for being a damn man. Make you feel guilty for having a purpose, man. This truth is beyond any woman. But I'm bringing this lesson out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. It's golden if you single. It's golden if you have some alone time, man. Don't look at that as grief. That's golden, man. Most inventors were single. George Washington Carver was single, man. All right. If you can get over that bridge of burning, you get over that bridge, wisdom will meet you, man.
Yep. And to balance it out, for you brothers that have women,
yep.
Apostle Paul said they that have wives, these though they had none. You know?
Yeah, because you got brothers, man, all they do is deal with their woman. They don't come to fellowship. You know, they never build themselves in the spirit. They just always with their woman, man. Sometimes you got to go and deal with your woman, man. But, you know, hey, they didn't have wives, bitch, though they had none. She can't come before this truth, man.
And you can never give her enough attention anyway.
You gotta know the nature of a woman. A woman is never satisfied. Her feminine polarity is empty. A woman has an unfilled void in her spirit. That's her natural polarity as a woman. She always needs fulfillment in her spirit. So whatever you did for her yesterday is not enough for her today. All right.
Sirach 4:17. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways,
Yep.
and bring fear and dread upon him,
Yep.
and torment him with her discipline.
Torment her discipline, man. Because really, when you first come into this truth, the first thing that you got to put under subjection is your libido, your lust. Not saying being a monk, but you got to put that under some type of control, man. Because coming to this truth is like being a professional fighter, man. You got to eat a certain way. Yeah, because it's not a sin to eat hot Cheetos. You got to eat certain foods to keep you in a certain spirit, man. You eat that heavy processed food, now you all lazy and tired and not motivated. You got to eat foods that come from the earth, man. It's all as sick as though you are a professional athlete, man.
Yep.
All right? But you're an athlete in the spirit. Go ahead.
I just allow back, you know, being deprived of pleasures.
Yeah.
As far as growth and development, you know, at first it's gonna feel like it's hell. You know, it's gonna feel like torture, but you know, it's really a instrument that you can use for defense, man. You know, to build yourself up.
It's boot camp. Hey, when them guys go to those Marine camps, after 12 weeks, they'll come back the same, man. They ain't that little 17-year-old soccer player, man. After those 12 weeks, they in a different spirit, man. They done been through those sufferings, those challenges, and then put them into their masculine. They're very sober-like, man. Yep. Same thing in the spirit, man. Brothers might come in light-spirited, but after some years, both sides take you down through there.
Right.
All right?
Until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws.
Like you said earlier, man, the Most High is seeing you're catching that hell because the Most High is seeing if you're worthy of those two names, Yahweh and Yahushua. Are you worthy to stand stiffly for those names, man? All right? So we got to get initiated, man. We're being hazed in right now. When you go to a fraternity, part of that getting hazed, you might have to run around the campus butt-ass naked, man. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you got to make a fool of yourself, man. What did it say in Corinthians? You're a fool for Yahushua's sake. This is an initiation. That's why we're doing this. This is an initiation, man.
Spirit of Apostle Bar recently was talking about that.
The initiation, yep.
Lord making us cold too, man. Reason why we don't have certain stuff, the reason why people are kind of nonchalant towards us. You know, you may speak to people, they don't speak back to you. But it's a light thing, but I'm just saying, like, you know, especially like dealing with our women, you know, you'll probably want to talk to them. Or you may just, you know, on some, you know, because we coming out the world, so we kind of, I don't say green, but, you know, we good people, so to speak. Even in the truth, you know, you a good person. You a good law-abiding citizen, so to speak. But, you know, the way you are towards people, they're not that way towards you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, really, like the Lord, He making us cold-hearted because we about to see a lot of death, man. So the reason why people a certain way towards you or you don't have certain things, you know, the reason why your coworkers this way towards you or your supervisor, whoever, you know, family members, is to make you cold-hearted, you know, because of all this shit we about to see, man. You know? Sirach 4 and 18. Then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets.
Hey, you gotta get initiated to get those prophecies, man. It's one thing to be a mockingbird and repeat what you hear, but it's another thing to absorb your spirit and those breakdowns, man. And that takes a long time, whether you got a woman or not. It takes discipline over your flesh. You gotta subdue your flesh in order for your spirit to open up like that, man.
And then to understand it.
And understand it. And to see it play out in your mind like a movie, you gotta subdue your flesh, man.
Right. Yeah, we got that in Wisdom of Solomon said she tried them with her discipline.
Is it Wisdom of Solomon, what, 15, 4, 15, something like that, 7?
Yeah, you know. Because it just further proves the point.
Hey, we're bringing this out through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai to prove you can't be a westernized Israelite, man. part that West tells you to obey your flesh, obey your lust. But in order to come into this truth fully, man, you gotta subdue your flesh and use temperance, use moderation, man.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Wisdom of Solomon 6, and getting to the point, verse 15. To think therefore upon her is perfection of wisdom,
Yep.
and whoso watcheth for her shall quickly be without care.
Yep. Hey, wisdom is free of care.
Yeah.
Go back to Wisdom of Solomon 7.
Because you always relying on who? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, like a lot of times, for the most part, as you mature in this truth, you have that throw your hands up effect. It's just like,
It's all you.
what more can I do? You know, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, believe that you got me. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, you know what I'm saying, of what's going on, what mayhem it may be.
Hey, that's right, Zaquan. Hey, like this Zaquan was saying, most I might joke you, man. So it's one thing to ask for something, and you can rightfully ask for something, but it could be something justifiably asked for. But the Most High still may say no because he want to job you, man. Like, no, I want to. Yeah, you get initiated, boy. You gotta go walk over these hot coals.
Yep. And the name Job shows a nomen omen. His name is from the Hebrew word ayawab, which means hated. It means persecuted and hated. A lot of times you'll catch that hell. It'll feel like the Most High hates you. Like that's why it say whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. You know. But this is back in Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 16. For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her.
Yeah. The elect. The gold is tried in the fire, so it's acceptable, man, in the furnace of adversity.
Yeah, we're going back to being worthy of the knowledge, but being worthy of the names.
Hey, you gotta get initiated. Many are called, but few are chosen, man. Hey, we gotta pray for that daily strength. Okay.
Showeth herself favorably unto them in the ways.
Yep.
So the Lord got favorites.
Yep.
And meeteth them in every thought.
Yep.
For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline.
Yep. Hey, once again, brothers, you can't fully come into this truth unless you have some type of control over self. There's a man by the name of Napoleon Hill. He has a book called Think and Grow Rich, and he has a quote out. It says, "He who fails to conquer self will be conquered by self." So you have to understand different natures. King Solomon studied different natures, but one thing you have to understand is the nature of your own self. All right, and the nature of yourself is an unsatisfied beast. So in order to fully come into this truth, you have to have control over your passions. And then what happens is it's gonna be a trial because it's hard and it's tempting. But once you go through that for a certain period of time, the spirit of wisdom will start to enter upon you, and you'll start to get the understanding of what you're reading, man. All right, and it's not just about not breaking the laws. It's other things that go into your lust as well. All things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. All right.
For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love.
Yep.
And love is the keeping of her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption, and incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High. Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom.
Hey, the desire of wisdom bring you to a kingdom, man. It all starts with self-discipline, man. Hey, you have any more?
Let's go back. Right now I'm still holding 39 also, and also Proverbs 15.
Okay, you just go to Proverbs.
Proverbs chapter 18, verse 1. Through desire, a man, having separated himself, seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom.
Hey, a man having separated himself, man. It's power in being alone, man. When I say alone, if you got a woman, you can't be with her all 24 hours out the day, and then you texting her 10, hey, what you doing, baby? Hey, I'm just calling you. Nah, you gotta have time. Your woman have to understand that, okay, he's studying now. This time of the day he studies. This time of the day he reads, man, and you have to resist her. You have to resist her, man. She has to respect your schedule, man. But if you don't have a woman, hey, the solitude is not for grief. Like, man, I don't have a woman. What do I do? A lot of young men don't know how to utilize time, man. All right, all because you don't have a woman, that don't mean it's the end of the world, man. the Most High is hell, is torture, but torture is a tool. Just how you have the minerals and Wisdom of Solomon goes to the different elements, and you can manipulate elements to make a reaction. The Most High has so-called spiritual elements or metaphysical elements. Suffering is the element that the Most High used to get a reaction out of you, man. To mold your spirit a certain way. Suffering is a tool that masculinizes and hardens your spirit, man. When you have deprivation such as the absence of a woman or the absence of pleasures, period, it masculinizes your spirit and it hardens you. It fortifies you, man. The Most High don't want no inward feeble dudes, man. He's making you hard up in here, all right? So you can be numb to the hell that's about to break loose, man.
I got two.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Proverbs 19 and 18. And this is what the Most High doing with us.
Yep.
Chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crime.
Yep. So hey, the Most High, the crime goes back into praying as well. So even if you're praying that the Most High relieve you, and he's like, nah, I'm gonna keep beating you because it's part of the process.
Yeah.
Hey, you brother, you get into the gym. This the club, get to the gym. And if it ain't no resistance, it ain't no growth. Am I right?
Right.
If you throwing the weights up and you don't feel no burn, you don't feel no pain, it's no growth. But that's not only that on a physical level, that's that on a spiritual level, man. If you ain't going through no sufferings, you ain't growing. All right, if you running from sufferings, your spirit is not maturing, man. All right.
Proverbs 19 and 8. He that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul, and he that keepeth understanding shall find good.
Yep, you want to go into that?
Now I'm just saying, like you said, it's about self growth, man.
Yeah.
You know, learning yourself. You know, because you can get what you want as far as the flesh is concerned, and hey, you could be in a situation where you really ain't loving yourself, man. You know, because we want the Lord to love us most importantly, but you gotta do good to yourself as well, man.
And if I can say this too, your flesh is like a child. So really, if you love yourself, you will practice the art of discipline, all right, to keep yourself from putting harmful things into your body, man.
Yeah, the flesh never satisfied.
The flesh is never satisfied, man. It's not healthy to just have sex with all these random women, man. You gonna mess around and get something. That's not exercising self-love. If you put your life and your health under your lust, like you put your lust before your own life and your what do you call it, your morals, you don't love yourself, man. And we gotta get that self-esteem back, man.
Yeah.
All right, if you're willing to risk your damn health and your life for some quick gratification, you gotta practice the art of self-love, man.
Yeah, that's self-hatred right there.
Yeah.
You know, put yourself in harm's way just to get it.
Yep.
You want to get Sirach 39?
You can get Sirach 39.
Sirach chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies.
Be occupied in prophecies, man. Hey, that's why it says, I think is it Thessalonians, give thyself wholly unto the ministry. All right, I can be quoting the wrong book, but and it goes back into Sirach 39, man. Occupied in prophecies, give his mind to the Most High. You're supposed to have that solitary place cut out from the world where you just get into your spirit, man. Tap into your life.
Yeah, you gotta have time, because like you said, if you got all these women, or whatever it is, if you busy getting money, you know, you on some entrepreneurship, you know, you pretty much, you occupied all the time. You don't have time to sit down and really tap into your life and its truth, man. Because you read Sirach 38, they go into, you know, these different people that have occupations, so to speak, and you need these particular people for any city and civilization, but you know, we're the prophets though. You know what I'm saying? So really our time is more so dedicated to this truth. You do need those people for a city, but those are like regular citizens. Like, you know, we're the elite of our people. You know, so we need time. That's why, you know, it said in verse 1, Sirach 39:1, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies.
Yep, be occupied in prophecies, man. That goes back to I think in 1 Kings, the 17th chapter, where it says that you should multiply women, and you should multiply chariots and horses if you become king, but you just study the law. because you're the judge and you're the pillar of that city or that country, man. So we're the spirits of Israel, man. All right, you have a lot of rich, you have a lot of so-called smart dumb niggas because they have a low spiritual IQ. You have a lot of rich, morally poor people because they're rich physically, but they don't know the word, they don't have no morals. They're just rich niggas, man.
Right.
And what does the scripture say? Marvel not the glory of a sinner, man. Envy not the glory of a sinner. All right. Proverbs 18.
Yeah, you can read that. That's why you read Proverbs 18 again.
Oh yeah, we already got that. Didn't we? 1 Timothy 2 and 3. Hey, brothers gotta get into the art of suffering, man. It ain't sweet, but it ain't supposed to be sweet. Comforts pacifies your soul, and we can't. Hey, America is bitter, man. So we didn't come here to escape this bitterness, man. We came here to cry to Yahweh Shema Shai to get relief from this bitterness. But also, we have to deal with this military that we in. We call ourselves the army of Yahweh Shai, right? So why are you running from the boot camp, man?
And the relief really not gonna come to the kingdom come anyway.
They ain't gonna come to the kingdom, man.
You know, what you seeking is a temporary relief, man.
Right.
It's just like, you getting a damn aspirin, and what it doesn't really get rid of your pain. It just blocks the pain receptors. Because you're going to catch hell either way.
Yeah, because you get a woman, she gonna do more nagging than sex. And you're gonna get tired of having the sex with the same
I
woman.
mean, like you said, sex only 2% of it anyway.
Yeah, because you have sex for 15 minutes, but it's 23 more hours and 45 minutes in a day. So, hey, you do the math,
Hell right there.
Yeah. And then it's like you got a job, so you gotta work, you gotta give all this time and energy for a little change. And even you get, a little nice little income. Look what you gave in return, man. All your time and energy to work for a damn peasant, man.
Then you getting taxed.
Then you can't enjoy your kids.
Yeah.
Brothers be on the road driving trucks. You can't enjoy your kids, man. You can't enjoy your family. You can't. The reason why you and your woman always into it because y'all spirit imbalanced from Babylon.
It's gonna be so.
Yep. You go and drink, now you got a headache the next morning. All right, you got it, bro. We're gonna close it out with this.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Hey man, it's all about enduring, man. Endure means to make tough. I got the Duracell battery. That battery endure through all things, man.
Keep going and going.
It keeps going and going and going. Hey, we got the most high. Hey, we're spartans in the spirit, man. I ain't saying every brother got to be this, beat my chest. Ooh, I do 50 push-ups a minute, and I take these showers and take ice baths. But you do have to be in that warlike spirit, man. And it's good to do that in a humble, in a humilified way to strengthen your spirit, primarily fasting and praying. But the Most High wants us to tap into our manhood. Part of coming back into this truth, hey, it's tap into your manhood, man.
Yeah, them spiritual straits.
Yeah.
Because a lot of brothers, they had different things they was doing when they was in the world before they came in the truth. Whether it was athletics, and certain brothers, they made it to a top tier, so to speak. But they'll tell you like nothing compared to the truth, because you gotta go through a lot of trials to get that certain position, man. But the Lord trying your mind, like this a whole different setup right here, man.
You having dreams when you sleep that makes you turn you on to your weaknesses. If you smoke weed before you came into the truth, the Most High will allow Satan to give you dreams about marijuana, man. If you was an adulterous ass nigga, you would fuck around a wet dream about a married woman on your job, man. That's to turn you back on to
When she
this
start
shit,
coming on to you strongly.
Yeah, she be coming on to you, man. And it'll start breaking into your mind. You have to constantly repeat those scriptures to help you, man, to defend you, man. All right, so hey, like it's a billboard, a Marines billboard outside on High Street out here, and it says the war is won from within. So the war is mental, man. The battle's in your mind.
Yeah, I would say he that ruleth his spirit is better than he that taketh the city.
Yeah.
How the saints gonna take the kingdom if they can't rule themselves, man?
A man that rules himself is more valuable than a rich nigga, man. All right. Is there more to that?
I'm just gonna read the next verse.
Okay, come.
2 Timothy 2 and 4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
Yep, and also I want you to get skip down to verse 12. We close out on that.
Verse 12. I'm trying to read verse 11. It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him.
Yep.
if we suffer, we shall also reign with him.
Hey, bro, that's the motto, man. We ain't running from it. We embracing the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. If we suffer with Yahweh Shai, we gonna reign with Yahweh Shai. You might not have the prettiest woman. You might not have a woman. You might not have the best job. You might be brought in a lower state. You an underdog. Nobody know your name. What else? You might be at work. Working your butt off. Right. You deprived of a lot of things. But guess what? There's sufferings, man. And you honorable for having the luxury to suffer. You've been chosen to suffer. They have the opportunity to reign, man. And we're gonna have that glory and that rest in the kingdom. But hey, did you have any closing statements?
That you may be kind of worthy of the kingdom Most High, which we also suffer, you know.
Yeah. And you had any closing statements? Hey, with that, we want to give our honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rikakwadash.
We want to give double honor to our apostles, great millstone, well. Peace and blessings to the house of David, the elect. The next lesson, Shalom.
Shalom.
It's still being ready.